thank you for asking this because I have just had this happen. I read the sign up, it had the blurb in there, it had the tropes, and everything screamed something I would enjoy. So, perfect narrators, brilliant, let's go. And as soon as I started listening, I was like, I feel like I'm going to DNF this book. And it's very rare I DNF. And it kept going and going, and every few chapters, I'm like, I think I'm going to have to DNF this. I think I'm going to have to DNF this. I made it to the end. There was some extremely triggering content that we're not prepared for. And for me, I truly believed that the author put their plot twist ahead of their readers. And I found that very disappointing because if your plot twist relies on that sort of content, your story's not strong enough for me. And that is me speaking as a reader, a listener, and also an editor. Your story should be able to stand. Your plot twist should be shocking. It should be captivating. It should be like, oh my god. But you can do that and still tell people the content they're going to be experiencing. But anywho, that's by the by, right? So I got to the end of the book. I knew I wasn't going to rate it high. There was a lot of issues for me personally. And this one was done through a company. So I contacted the company. I said, I'm really sorry. I hate to do this, but this book just wasn't for me. I thought it was, but it just didn't hit right. I'm choosing not to review it. They said, thank you for letting us know. We'll mark down so we're not, looking for reviews. Or expecting reviews, or whatever wording we have to use these days. Like, for me, an advanced copy has always been an advanced review copy, so of course the expectation is a review. But I know things have changed, is what it is. If someone gives me an advanced copy, I know it's my responsibility to review that. But anywho, we are what we are, right? I choose not to review. I could have chosen to still review it, but I'm not about that life. I'm not going to put my energy into doing a video, writing a review, when I know I didn't like it. Like, I would rather spend that time doing a video and whatnot on a book that I did enjoy, I did star rate it, and it is in my monthly wrap-up, but otherwise, no, it's in the ether now. I will say that depending on where you're getting it from, production company, PR company, PAs, authors, whoever is your point person, I would always reach out and say, I am really sorry, I didn't enjoy this. I would not send a 5-paragraph email or whatever listing everything that I found wrong with it, because in the advanced stage, nothing is being changed. Yeah, okay, if you spot some typos, it might change them, but they're not changing the story. So it's more for you than it is for the person receiving it. And you can just write yourself a note for that. You don't need to send it anywhere. It feels unnecessarily hurtful, to be honest. Now, that's not to say that if you have sent an email saying, sorry, not going to happen, not for me, and they come back and say, could you elaborate? And if you feel inclined, you can. And at that point, you can share it. But ultimately, unless it's being asked for, don't send it unsolicited. It's one of those things where we seem, at the moment especially, to have people that think their thoughts on a book is the collective, when actually it couldn't be further from the truth, because art is subjective. I always think back to the book I did for my audiobook book club. I 1-starred it and someone else 5-starred it, because art is subjective. And we still refer to that book in different variations because it was so polarising, and probably the most polarising book that we've ever done. And they went on to do the sequels. I was like, absolutely not. I would not torture myself like that. But that was a me thing. I don't expect everybody else to share that bit. And, I also don't think there's anything wrong with signing up for a book that might not be your usual, but you are broadening your horizons. I have found many books that I adore through doing that, whether that's buying them or signing up for them. But if you know it's something you hate, then no. Signing up for that is just because you want a free book. You don't actually care. And signing up, knowing you have no intention of reviewing, is not cool either. Like, come on. And I personally don't think you can shout about how you support indie authors and then say you're not going to review their work, when we all know reviewing their work helps. But anyway, tangent girl right here. So I'm going to go. I hope this helped a little bit anyway.